the Lakers have come out really swinging and firing on all cylinders. You guys have mentioned JJ Redick has played or has coached his ass off. We've talked about LeBron. We've talked about AD. I want to talk about the other guys though, because Austin Reeves, from what I've been seeing, has definitely taken a step forward in his ability, just ball handling abilities, defensive assignments too. He's tasked to take the best perimeter defender or the best offensive player on the other team, and also too, he's just been active. He's been making good reads. He's been scoring. But then you also got guys like Rui, who's averaging 18 right now. Then you got D'Lo, who's kind of been up and down.
I told you when they traded for Rui what it was going to look like. I told you what it was going to look like.
Rui balling right now, and then chill. So the thing is, like, Austin Reeves, this is his 4th year playing with LeBron. Rui, this is his 4th year playing with LeBron. D'Lo, this is his 3rd year playing. Obviously, LeBron and AD, they've played 6 years together. So you got to, aside from obviously coaching changes, Anthony Davis taking a step forward, Reeves and Rui just getting better, and D'Lo as well, the chemistry that they've built up, this has been a long time brewing. LeBron and AD have played with each other for 6 years now. This is their 6th season. So it would make sense that they look better as a unit, and they're more cohesive. They look like they really look like they just know what each other's going to do before they do it.
I just thought that, one, he was wasting away in Washington. They had no idea what they were doing with Rui in Washington. None whatsoever. They didn't know whether to make him a transition player. They didn't know whether to make him a one-on-one player. They had no idea what they were doing. I knew when he got with the Lakers, and I vehemently remember saying he's going to be a much better transition player playing with James, just off the strength of him playing with James and James' ability to find guys in transition. I knew that. So then you add in a guy like JJ Redick, who looks like he's going to enhance more of his strengths, more of him in the mid post, more of him in the mid range. He actually runs action for Rui. He actually runs action for Rui in the mid range. I'm like, Darvin Ham wasn't doing that. No way, Darvin Ham was not doing that. And that's a part of coaching that we talk about when you know guys and you know how to manage the skill set and you know how much better they can be in certain areas. I love Rui with JJ Redick. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rui. You guys remember I was telling you that I think Rui's the 3rd best player on the Lakers. And this year, he's been balling, but so is Austin. Like, if somebody was to tell me Austin's the 3rd best player, I'm not mad at it, but they got both of them. So whether one's 3rd and one's 4th, both of them have both stepped up and contributed in a major way.
Austin playing like it, Ron. Austin playing like he's that 3rd guy, man. I'm not mad with Austin
crazy right now.
I've been seeing a lot of Reeves over leak. Obviously, I don't like it, but I'm not mad at it right now. Austin playing like that.
Anthony Davis is also playing like an MVP contender. This graphic is on the screen right now of Anthony Davis in the MVP ladder. Guys, I know we're only 3 games into the season. I know. But they dropped this MVP ladder, and I couldn't resist.
One person runs that account. There's one person that runs that account. This is a individual MVP ladder. You're muted, chill.
Buddy Hield at 10. Like, let's be serious, man. Like,
what respect, Buddy Hield, Jared Allen, and Derek White, and Zubac.
Swipe, is it your estimation that there is no objectivity with this at all?
No, I'm just saying that like it's they made this. This is one person with Canva. Canva, one man with Canva did this, or woman did this.
It is a nice graphic to be.
I love it. Yeah, it was great. The reflection on the background. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. No, it's so serious. But, I mean, I guess.
So if the MVP was to be given out today, or let me do you guys a better one. Let's get the word MVP out of here. Is Anthony Davis playing the best so far this season? So do you have objectivity?
Through the first 3 games, yes, I'm very objective. I think AD is better than a lot of people, including one of y'all's favorite player.
Okay, we not
one of our favorite players.
Oh,
I mean, LeBron needs to be on that.
No, we want to know who's one of our better players.
No. LeBron needs to be on that list. He just had 32, 12, and 13. It's 3 games. That's 30. So 33% of the season, he's had one of the best games of the season. Okay, yes. So. And then Tatum's on that list. He has 2 of his 3 games have been excellent, especially that first one. James Harden has to be on there.
Yeah, they have Zubac, but not James Harden.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so he's averaging. James Harden averaging 25 and 12.7 right now. By the way, so.
I told you. We back.
Hey, swipe one more time. I don't think they heard you. In the
25 and 12.7 for James Harden, basically.
And we winning games. And we winning games.
Whatever it is.
What's happening right now?
Yeah,
you're gonna knock it off with the Wii stuff. I'm sick of you with this.
Nah, you got
okay.
James,
I had it with you.
The Clippers are no good.
We doing this. We
James
doing
Harden
that.
can't do it. Nah, look at we.
Hey, now they have surprised me though.
Hey, wait. Norman Powell. He's on the list. He had 37, so 33% of his games.
That's Ox guy. That's Devin
He's
Booker
closed
guy.
out. I mean,
games. That's what you do every 3 games.
Luka's been, he's not on the list yet. Mid Luka. Derek Lively is, so for sure, probably. Who else is on this list?
Does mid and Luka belong in the same sentence ever?
Yes, it does. Where is how many games is Derek? They're gonna play 2 games.
Can we please talk about that scoring machine in Brooklyn? Can we talk about him?
Who?
Oh my God!
Can we talk about that
scoring machine? You mean Dennis Schroeder?
No, the other scoring
machine. No, it's obviously you're talking about Dennis. Because if you watched the game yesterday, he was the best net on the court.
I'm talking about that guy. I'm
talking about number 24. That's what
I'm talking about. That scoring machine. We could get to Milwaukee and Brooklyn in a little bit, but
we don't need to get to that.
Yeah,
we need to get to the Pacers. That's what we need to get to.
Garbage.
That's what we
losing to the Sixers like that.
We'll get to that, you guys.
I like that.
We still got to talk about who's the best players in the NBA right now to start the season.
Well, can we just agree? It's probably maybe Anthony Davis, but they beat the Kings and who else?
The Kings, the Suns, and
who else did they beat?
They beat the Wolves.
Yeah,
Wolves. By the way, I knew the Suns were losing that game. They got a 22. I said, set your watch. Into the third quarter, this is going to be a single-digit game, and they're going to be a terrible fourth-quarter team again.
They can't stop anybody. They can't stop nobody.
To be fair, neither can the Lakers. But they funneled AD, and you got some hope and dreams and all that stuff. But
the problem with the Lakers is
one toward a blowback percentage.
But you have.
Wait, Ox. Should we build a defense around a guard that can't defend by just letting them just blow by them and then just give them to whoever that's defense though. But shout out.
Swiper. First and foremost, what Ox wants to do is Ox wants to put Luka on the other end of the floor at the free throw line.
No, I don't. Chill. No, I don't.
Do that no more.
No, I don't. I want to do that last year. Look.
You seen Luka playing defense?
I've only watched 1 quarter of the Mavericks.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I got integrity. I only watched 1 quarter of the Mavericks this year. But in that quarter, I saw Luka sitting down, moving his feet, his hands active.
Which game? Spurs?
The same night we played
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
No, he's talking about the game he watched.
It was when they played the Spurs game.
Yeah, Spurs. Oh man,
did y'all play? Did they play Houston? Was it Houston or was it?
They didn't play us.
Okay, no, they played Spurs opening night.
No, it was the Suns. It was the Suns.
Yeah. It was when KD was giving.
Oh yeah.
See, you watched the first quarter. I watched the fourth quarter.
I only watched the first quarter, so that's what I'm saying. I can only speak on what I've seen, and what I saw is Luka trying to win MVP because he was sitting down, moving his feet, trying to beat people to spots, getting his hands active. I've never seen Luka play defense like that, and I watched for about 8 or 9.
So what happened in the fourth quarter, Ron? You said what happened in the fourth quarter?
What happened in the fourth quarter? KD got the cooking. That's what happened in the fourth quarter.
KD thing. Yeah, Luka. I'm not gonna lie. Luka's playing about as good defense you can expect Luka to play. KD.
Come on, bro. Chill. I just like when it's 2 superstars going at each other, guarding each other, yapping at each other. Like usually that's Luka looking somebody in the face and saying, "You can't guard me. You too small for me." For KD to give Luka that bucket at that moment in time in the game and to look Luka in his eye. He didn't just say it. He didn't just hit the bucket and turn around and just do this. He looked Luka dead in his face, did this to Luka, and said, "You're too small to guard me."
Ron, I feel what you're saying. I just don't see why you making such a big deal about it. Like that's Kevin Durant. That's not. It's
literally what I just said though. Like
Just the way he did
him
Luka,
doing it to Luka. Like you usually don't. It's rare that somebody singles out the Luka Dončićs of this world, the LeBron Jameses, even Kevin Durant. It's rare that you see somebody single them out and just start talking big smack to them.
Ron, Luka not in Kevin Durant and LeBron James realm.
Yo, in terms of
like the Luka Dončić
right now today, in terms of who's feared in the NBA, I wouldn't be surprised if Luka was at the top of the list. In terms of who's most feared, who you're most scared of.
I'm just saying, like it's not. To me, I understand where Ron coming from, like that he did that Luka guy, but to me, it's kind of like that's supposed to happen. Like Luka guarding KD, like that's a bucket. So that's all I'm saying. Like Luka not no defensive stopper, or like I know I just said what I said about him in the first quarter, and I wanted to ask, like, am I tripping? Did he do that for the rest of the game? For the rest of y'all watching, like, was that a whole game thing? Because I only saw the first quarter.
What's the biggest gripe with Luka as a defender? Like
recovering.
Not only recovering. I've seen Luka get in the stance, get his feet moving, get his hands busy. I've seen that. Have I seen that on a consistent basis? No, no, I have not. And the problem is the one time that you've seen him do it, or the couple of times that you saw him do it, he'll do that. But then you know what else he'll do? Go ahead, yo, you good.
Ole, 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 ole.
And that just compounds. That just makes it worse. Now, I never asked Luka, and just the same logic with Damian Lillard. I never asked you to be Eric Bledsoe. I never asked you to be Marcus Smart. I never asked you to be Drew Holiday, because that's not you.
One of those names doesn't belong in that conversation, by the way.
Which one, Eric Bledsoe?
Yeah.
I mean, Eric Bledsoe.
He was buff. No, he was buff. He was just buff. He was just buff.
Eric Bledsoe
he was just buff.
So it was just muscles and him being dark skinned?
He was a running back in the league. He should have been running back.
Nah. Go ahead, chill. Swipe it, captain.
Yes, 100% captain. What I'm saying is that I don't expect you to be those guys. No. What I do expect you to be as an elite guard, I do expect you to compete on the defensive end. And he doesn't compete on the defensive end on a consistent enough basis for me. That's why I have such a big problem with Luka, especially because I've seen you a play here, a play there, get in your stance and get a steal. It's interesting. I've seen Luka. I think Luka's one of the better post defenders in the game, statistically. I know that sounds ridiculous, but he's one of the better post defenders.
Who's he guarding in the post, though? Let's be honest. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like if you put Tatum on him, he's like stopping Tatum. Yeah, but Wemby's also Wemby weighs less than Luka, just to be clear. You know what I mean? Shout out. No, but Wemby's not a great post up player anyway.
Pretty sure Tatum weighs less.
But you put Tatum on him, cooked. You know what I mean? Shout out Tatum.
Shout out to Tatum. Been hooping this year.
Fellas, to get back to
2022 Tatum. Go ahead.
I gotta ask you guys. Obviously, it's year 22. The first two games wasn't awfully LeBron-ish, but the third game, he looked like LeBron. So I gotta ask you guys, what do we expect from Bron this year? Do we expect him to have one of those games every 3 games? Do we expect him to coast through a good portion of the season? Or are we just expecting lesser numbers, 22, 6-6?
He's finna be. He is gonna be. South Beach, Miami. He gonna be coasting.
Oh, Swiper.
That's perfectly fine.
Swiper, you're a football guy, Swiper. You're a football guy, and you know how quarterbacks look when they get to a certain age. But they'll turn the clock back every once in a while. You'll see Drew Brees throw for 350 yards in a game. But for the most part, that's not gonna happen every Sunday. So if you think you're gonna get 32, 14, and 10 out of James every other night or twice in a week, that's not happening. No, I'm thinking James is anywhere between 22 and 24. He's probably going to be 7 and 7. That's probably who James is at this point. At this point, that 32.
James, he gonna average less than 25 this year.
I do think that. Yeah, and the reason why, and here's why: not just because he's slowing down. Because if you watch James athletically, he is slowing down. However, it's not because he's slowing down. It's because the offense is emphasized on Anthony Davis more, which it should have been already. But the fact that they're emphasizing Anthony Davis more in the offense, that's going to cut into James. And I think James is going to be willing to do that. I'm not sure that Anthony Davis is 35 and 15 on a Tuesday. I ain't going that far. But I've seen stretches where that's why I'm not sold on this, because I've seen Anthony Davis go 35 and 15 for a week. I've seen him do that for a month, but it's not sustainable with him. I don't think that.
I don't know how many people 35 and 15 is sustainable with in the first place. To be honest with you, that's a lot of work.
Well,
it's the player choice, but them boys don't get it started. The player choice. joint way.